Does anybody else have a Sigineer Power charge controller? It's supposed to be 120 amp. It's communicating with my batteries. The average of these 3 batteries is given 75%, so it's clearly communicating through the port to the battery, and batteries are networked together. If anybody does have Sigineer, they're just telling me it won't communicate with the batteries. Clearly that's wrong. I can't really get it to communicate with their Mac Daddy 18 kilowatt 3-phase inverter. I believe because I didn't buy their batteries, they're telling me it can't communicate with the batteries. But let me go ahead and show you the batteries over here. Menu, here, let's go down to pack set. I can set it to CAN bus or RS485. Here, let's enter. All of the main brands are in here. They actually told me to set it to grow watt, which is pretty crazy because now they're telling me it won't. I can escape. I got it where I want it here, but you can do the CAN bus, enter the same thing. All the different types of charge controllers and inverters it'll talk to. So I don't know why they're saying it other than, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, these things are, I think, $500 a piece, 120 amp hour charge controllers. I have another one sitting over there. There's no point in trying to hook them both up if I can't get just this one to work. It's communicating. It won't let me change the amperage. It says the default charge amperage is 65 or 60, I believe, but you go over here, 45, try to change it. Let's just make it 60, which is what the default, yeah, that's what the default is. So go back to 1, go to 2, and it doesn't matter. If I go all the way around, it'll be, but I'll back out. Come on, stay focused. You go back in, it's 45. No matter how I can change it and then cycle all the way through the numbers and come back around, and it'll still be 45. It doesn't matter. So I sent them an email, and they're telling me it can't communicate with the batteries. I've talked to the battery manufacturer, and it says that these batteries work with every single inverter brand out there. They're SOK 200 amp hour, 51.2 volt batteries. They have so many connections on them. So if anybody can help me out, I'm going to send this video to Frank over here at Sigineer Power. And I got a lot of money wrapped up in their company, and for the most part, I'm feeling like, these little 3,000 watt ones, rock and roll for me. Don't get me wrong, I could never hook 3 of them up and get them to work. I actually bought a 4th one thinking one of them may be bad, and hooked up 3 of them in every single position. It would never work in 3-phase for more than, and I mean, it did work. It would power the AC unit, and then eventually it would start cycling off and then get worse every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, and then, of course, I'd just shut it down. So, but they work in split phase, they work in parallel. I mean, it really does. They have been operating good. They're really easy, super menus. They're the same as the Grow Watts. If you look at the menus on them, a lot of brands have that exact same menu. And so, I left that one in here as I'm trying to finalize this big install back down here. And, I was just keeping this one up and running to power the refrigerator and some other stuff in here while it's getting finished up. However, well, Frank, I'm going to send this to you. You're saying it can't communicate with the batteries. Clearly, it is communicating with the batteries. The picture in the manual, here, we'll go over here. By the way, $6,000 inverter, boys. This is what I got for the instruction manual. So let's see here. So here's what I'm trying to go with, which is 2 inverters. I have 30 panels I'm trying to hook up, 15 and 15. I'm going to do 3 sets of 5. Keep it under the voltage and the wattage. But anyway, So they're saying run the cable into a splitter, a network cable splitter, and come over here and go into the inverter. And this is one of their Sigineer Power inverters. So if the cables are coming out and talking to the inverter, so, and these only have one connection, I would assume, since it doesn't have a third one coming out of here, it would go over to here, and then a cable from the batteries would go into the inverter. Like I said, those batteries can be set to almost any setting, any brand, anything specific. So I find it very funny. They damn sure don't tell you prior, hey, when you're about ready to spend this kind of money, hey, it doesn't work with any other batteries. It only works with ours. That's where I think they got a little bent out of shape. They wanted me to buy their batteries, but I found a much better deal somewhere else. So it's starting to... well, I might have to reach out to all these DIY groups and get some assistance on this, because I don't know. I'll show you guys the last email. It says, can't communicate with batteries. That's it. I wrote all these different questions, and that's what I got back. So, you know, it seemed like, I don't know, at the beginning they seemed very helpful when I had little problems with these. They sent me some software in Chinese to update it. I had to figure that out all on my own. Finally updated one of them. It never did. I never could get 3 of these to talk together in 3-phase. But I'll tell you, it seemed like most part I would ask him a question and he would respond. And then once I did not buy their batteries, their responses didn't become so forthcoming. They just said they can't, it doesn't communicate. So for anybody out there that's in the solar game, I know I got quite a few viewers that follow my channel. Does this look like something that's not communicating? Seems like it's communicating, working, charging, doing what it's supposed to do. And is there anybody else that has a Sigineer Power charge controller? You know what? Maybe even a Victron or another brand. Are these things supposed to shut off at night? I would figure they're hooked into the batteries, the screen. That thing turns off at night. There's nothing I can do to keep the screen on, and that's where it shows me the percentage of my batteries. These will show me each individual battery, but they don't show me the combined of all 3, which is that one. So this goes off, so I can't even walk over here and check my batteries. Seems very strange. The big inverter, I don't know if that's what they're saying. I was talking about the charge controller. Maybe he says the inverter cannot talk to the batteries, communicate with the batteries, which I don't know why. It has the RS485 port. It's got the CAN port. And these things over here has all kinds of ports and settings in here for all of the other brands. So Frank, I'm gonna send this to you. Maybe you can help me out. I'd like to get this finalized. We're back on this project out here, and we need to move forward with this. That's all I got for today, folks. We'll see. I'll post an update video. I'm getting back into this project. Sorry I've been away for a while, but start posting more videos of how everything keeps working.